So I know these might not be exactly brand spanking new. It was, I think, month to 2 months ago that they came out, where I first at least saw them. I was super excited for them because I'm a millennial. I know that can sometimes be associated with like more negative connotation, but I'm looking at the good in all that. So Hasbro came out with 5 different board games that were like spoofs or remakes of originals, and I was super excited because I thought they were really funny and really different. And I also love board games because, you know, you're not necessarily on your technology. You're just sitting there with other people playing, having fun, interacting. So I was really excited when I saw these because I've been on that big 90s kick. And so this kind of pushed me towards these. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about each one. I have played all 5. And I will try to compare them as best to the original as possible and see if it's worth your money. So these were actually Target exclusive. I think they're originally $19.99. I got a few of them on sale for $17.99. And sometimes Target does have deals with, I had to get them at 2 different Targets. I bought 3 of them and got like $20 off or $10 off or something. So if you are interested in all of them, you might be able to find a good deal on them. So the first one is called Botched Operation. I have actually never played Operation. I haven't actually played all 5. I've played 3 of them, and this is one of the 2 that I have not played the real version of. So I was extra excited to play this one because I've never played Operation. And I wanted not only to play Operation for the first time, but also this version. The differences from my understanding between, like I said, I've never played the original, but the person I've played with has. My understanding is this one just basically has you do like all sorts of crazy off the wall things. Like one of them you had to do a yoga pose. One of them you had to stand on one leg. One you had to like close an eye. There's all sorts of different ways that you have to get each piece out. So I'll go back to, I haven't played, but from the way that I look at this, it looks for the most part the exact same as the original. But like I said, the only difference really are there's little cards that tell you, like this one says, show the other doctors how you really feel. Operate with only using your 2 middle fingers. So they're different fun, corny things like that. And these all have a rating of adult just because they do have like some more different things in them that, like that one, like your middle fingers. That's not necessarily something that a kid should be playing with. So these are gonna be more for like, I would say teens and up. But like I said, I mean, I'm a millennial, so this is kind of perfect for me. The next one that I'm gonna look at is Mystery Date Catfished. Again, of the 2, this is actually the second one that I have not played the original of. I did like the concept of this. This was not my favorite one. I would honestly say I liked Operation the least of the 5 because I'm not good at it. That's simply all there is to it. I'm not good at it because it makes you do different tricks to get the pieces out. I was even worse. Like I tried it like without doing the cards like after the game was over and I brutally lost. But yeah, I definitely wasn't a huge fan of that, and I didn't really love this one, so I'd put this ranked 4th out of the 5. For anyone who has played before, it's actually really simple. You just have this door here and it has 5 cards in it, and depending on what card you like draw, you turn the knob that many times and you open it, and it'll let you know if you get catfished or if you won your date. So just a little board that this fits into like this. Your character cards are actually kind of funny. Like this one is Samantha. You're hotter than the bottom of my laptop. So I thought that it does have some funny things like that. Like a dude one is Quinn, you're single, I'm single. Coincidence? I think not. So, I mean, they are funny and quirky. And then I actually don't know the original at all. The person that I played with had not played it, so I don't even have anything necessarily to compare for that. There's like different things, like a card is sleeps under heat lamps. Like they're just funny little quirks like that. Has an emotionally distant father. And then there's cards that are like sabotage cards where you can like steal cards from other people or make them throw one away. And basically just the first one to match colors. You got all different colors here. First one to match colors gets a turn to draw on the, or turn the doorknob. So like I said, that one was probably not my least favorite, but it was definitely at the bottom just because it was okay. We played a few times and the door's not like rigged or anything. It's just really kind of luck, but it was okay. So I'm just gonna start from my least favorite all the way up to my favorite. So right there, smack dab in the middle, number 3, I'm gonna put Clue, Lost in Vegas. So I have played Clue before, so I've officially played these next 3 games. I like Clue. I also like mysteries. I like serial killer podcasts. I like interesting documentaries and all sorts of stuff like that. One of the series that I've been like obsessed with lately is Mindhunters on Netflix, and I'm so excited for a 2nd season. Getting off topic. So I did actually kind of like this one. I thought it was kind of funny. It did give like a more modern take on it. I was afraid that it was gonna be a lot like The Hangover, but it wasn't. It wasn't too bad, at least, because I do like the original. So this is your board. It is very fun and colorful. So I mean, you've got like the casino, the hospital, tattoo parlor, which I kind of like that, party bus, jail, wedding chapel. So all sorts of different like things in Vegas. So I haven't played the original Clue in a decent while, so don't quote me on this, but I don't remember exactly how it is for like it to like the limit is, or if it's just whoever like wants to guess or whatever. I don't know. I haven't played in a little while. But this one has a timer, so you actually only get so many turns. So each person, so let's say you have 8 people playing, literally once everybody takes 1 turn, the game is over. And even quicker than that, because if, let's say that you draw a card, because there are like different cards you can draw in here. If you draw a card that says, hey, you have to skip an hour, you skip an hour. So essentially this game can go by extremely quick and you might not have enough clues to solve the mystery. I did like it. I thought it was really funny. All your characters are kind of the same as like Plum and that type of thing, where this one's like Oliver Gold. This one is Nathan Jade. So you still have your colors in there. You still have all your like color. I guess 8 people can't play. Never mind, because you only get 6 movers. So I thought it was, for the most part, kind of like the original, but not to the point that it's not fun to play. But again, I hadn't played the original in a while, so don't quote me. So it was pretty close between number 1 and 2. And I will tell you why I chose number 1 as number 1, but this was close. So number 2 is going to be Sorry Not Sorry. This game is fun because you get so frustrated so fast because the game, so all 5 of these games I only played with one other person because I wanted to test them and I hadn't gotten a chance to get like more people together or anything like that. Or the people that I would be hanging out with probably don't want to play board games, so I didn't like push that. But anyways, so it's just me and one other person. We did play. There's 4 colors. Got red, green, blue, and yellow. And so we actually played 2 and 2, and we'd take turns and like we'd try to mess with our opposite colors. Well, I lost every single time. I got really frustrated, but I had fun with this one. I did like this one a lot. So the difference, I think, really the only difference between this and the original is, I mean, you don't have dice, obviously. These are just cards like you. So again, I haven't played this one in a while either, the original. And so like this one is like move forward 11 or change places with an opponent. I don't know if like the original necessarily did that or not, but the big difference between like this and the original is a sorry not sorry card. So this is have you ever's, and so like have you ever blank at a party, or you can ask the other question, licked blank. So depending on what that person chooses between yes and no, because they're only yes or no questions, there are different spots that you guys move, and I believe if they refuse to answer, they actually don't get a turn. So getting a group of people together and playing like have you ever's and like making people stealing their color or making them move backspaces or swapping or anything, I think would actually be fun. Only 4 people, but still, get 4 people together, get a few drinks, like I think that would be pretty fun. I definitely did have some wine with each of these games, and so it kind of made it a little bit more fun the more we played, because we played each game. We played Clue once, Operation once, but we played Mystery Date a few times. We played Sorry Not Sorry like half a dozen times. And my all-time favorite of these 5, because it is so relatable, like it's pretty funny. It is Life. It is a game of life, quarter life crisis. This is relatable because A, I'm 26, so I'm just past my midlife crisis, but because of the way that the game is set up. So it's just like you would normally play. I played this one probably most recent than Sorry or Clue. Most like it because you have your wheel that you spin, you have your cards, you have your kids, your spouses, your houses, your job. The only difference is you get to take out little checks from the bank if you're ever like, let's say you run out of money and you're in debt. These are like your debt things, and so when you get paid, then you can turn these in with the cash to pay the bank back. So I mean, I've definitely have some debt from college myself, so in a way I can kind of relate. But the reason why this is funny, A, your money gets blown through, like too relatable, like for real. So what I like about this is not only do you have like your car, but you get these little matching dots with them as well. And each dot moves as you either gain or lose money. So not only are you showing the other players like how little money you have, but you can also brag and be like, look how much money I have. The way to win this is not who has the most kids or like your job or anything. It's just your money. So at the end of the game, it does add up, and so kids can be money and spouses can be money, and depending on your job and so on and so forth. So it still does add up, but I feel like the game of life, or like Monopoly for instance, it can go on basically forever almost. And so this actually will have like a stopping point. So this game actually didn't last as long as I expected it to because of that. But basically the first person to $500,000 is the winner. I literally lost every game but Clue, and that's only because I guessed like one answer right above the other person. So like of the 3, like your location, your person, and like what, I got I think 2 right, and they only got 1. So I mean, did I actually really win? But I really like this one. I thought it was too funny, too relatable. That this one's my favorite. And what I think is really funny about just like the front of the box even is now with crippling debt. Yep. So I mean, if you go to college, you have debt. If you take a vacation with family, you have debt, because apparently you have to pay for all of it, and it costs like 10, 20, 30 grand, which is insane. But I really liked all of them for the most part. Like, I'm glad I bought all 5. I had to, like I said, go to multiple stores and track them down. And even if they didn't have them in my stores, I would have ordered them online and shipped them to me. Or if they were back ordered, I'd wait and order them. So I was really excited to get my hands on all 5, especially while I was on my 90s kick high, which I'm slowly coming down, but I mean, sure, something will happen and it'll spike back up, let's be honest. But I had a lot of fun playing them, and like I said, I only played with one other person, so I think if I got like 4 people together, me and 3 other people, we could have a lot of fun. I think, like I said, these are all like adult games anyways. So thank you Hasbro for coming out with those, because I was really excited. As always, the links are in the description. Like this video if you want to see more reviews of like board games, because like I said, I love board games, and I've had my eye on a few more that I don't see regularly in stores. They're more at like other shops or online. So I would love to play or review them. Well, both obviously. Subscribe if you have not. Definitely check out these games. They might be fun. Since it's holiday season, you might want to pick one up either for a friend or family member, or play when you guys all get together. They're a lot of fun. But anyways, I'm rambling. Until next time.